All right, peace, peace, peace. I guess we're gonna keep first and foremost. Hopefully, the Most High house shall blessing your day by His mercies we are consumed. I'm going to I'm guessing gonna keep it in the I guess the Marvel movies today, honestly, because I want to get into this because we was reading Proverbs 6, I was reading Proverbs 6 earlier, and I just came to think, man, because honestly too, that's why Most High house shall likens to men as beasts, man. Honestly, that's why this like the first Adam named every creature in the garden. That's why in Revelation 3, like the second Adam, Yahushua is gonna give the saints, his sons and daughters, a new name. Just like Adam named the first Adam named all creatures, second Adam's gonna name the creatures too, because then he said in Ecclesiastes 3 and 18 that let's grab that real quick because we're gonna get into this. He said, I said in my heart concerning the state of the sons of men that Yahweh manifest them, that they might see and themselves are beasts. So yeah, man. So that says what it is. But also too, I was reading Proverbs 6, and it kind of goes into the aspect of and that's how we kind of had to be, man, because in the aspect of how ants, well, no, let's just get into, because crazy, cause I'll say the Marvel movies, because I was watching Ant-Man the other day. It came on, like the first one. That's crazy, a decade ago. I remember being in high school, man, my senior year of high school. I think it came out after I graduated or during when I graduated, or like that spring when I was about to graduate. That's crazy, man, but that was really a decade ago. Yeah, man, that's is what it is, man. But let's grab Proverbs chapter 6. It says, Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. It says, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, and consider her ways and be wise." That's crazy. Since we even mentioned Adam, it's crazy because there's a old Hanna-Barbera character. During the time Hanna-Barbera, y'all should, if y'all don't know, it's legendary, iconic cartoon maker, responsible for the Boomerang Cartoon Network had it, all the cartoons on, responsible for Scooby-Doo, Yogi Bear, you named them during that era, oh gosh, Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound, Wallaby, the Crocodile, him, the Great Magilla Gorilla, Grape Ape, and all those cartoons are from that era, like those 70s, it's late 60s, 70s era, or 60s, 70s era, but there's a character named Adam Ant, honestly, so it's crazy that we just mentioned Adam, and we reading something about Ant. It's pretty much, man, but, let's get Proverbs chapter 6, though. It says, let's read this again. It says, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise." So see, it says, having no guide, no overseer, and providing her meat in the summer, and gather her food in the harvest. So see, exactly. So see, this what is this telling us? It goes something into the letters, man. Paul says, be ready, in season, out of season, man. Let's grab that real quick, man, because that's what the ants do. That's why he says sons of men are like beasts, or like creatures, man, or like animals, man, aspect, man. That's how we gotta be ready in season for out season in the word, man, honestly. But even on a natural tip, even this in life, man, this is having that all goes into everything being done decently in order. That's how following the Most High house shine all our ways, like Proverbs 3 and 6 says, have everything decent in order. I gotta work on that, just getting things in order, a lot of times too with the house, wives have just maintaining things here. One inwardly, because inwardly you have to really maintain order, and structure and faith. That's all by saying you love when catching cares on the Most High house, constantly meditating on them, how to please them, doing their will. But also too naturally, making sure your things in your home is decently in order, even if you have family or not, children or not, if you live with somebody or not, or even just making finance, making things are in order, not being so, especially as men, honestly, it can't be as capricious or whimsical or chaotic, man. Honestly, that's just not, man. That's just not good as men to have. But it's not. And there are certain things that I need to work on, honestly, get things in order, not being too hasty with things, or just doing really have a plan, or have structure and order, honestly, too. So yeah, man, but that's just what it is too, man. But notice how it says that about the ants, ants do that pretty much in season, out season, man, pretty much. But let's grab this Proverbs 6 real quick. We're gonna read this again. It says, Proverbs 6 and 6. It says, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, and consider her ways, I mean, consider ways and be wise. See the wisdom that they move, and that's why, like, behave wisely. Honestly, it says, which having no God, no overseer, no ruler, but provide her meat in the summer and gather her food in the harvest. So see, let's go Second Timothy real quick, man. Yeah, it says this is how it happened. But more importantly, in the word, with the word, uh, um, it's supposed to be Second Timothy chapter 4 verse 2. It says, "Preach the word, instant, in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, extort with all long suffering and doctrine." So see. Exactly, that's what it is. So whatever, man, like, somebody, you always have to be, because you know what it is too. I always think when I think of the scripture, a story about, like, somebody said about the Hall of Famer for pulling trailblazers in the Houston Rockets, like, late in the 80s and 90s, of course, Clyde Drexler, man. They always said he always kept a basketball in the trunk of his car because whenever it could happen, man. Now, in season, out season, it's not talking about, like, in the summer, like, in the wintertime or the summertime. I'm not talking about the natural seasons, like, fall, that stuff like that. It's not talking about that, just going out there and, like, giving the word, preaching the word. It's talking about being ready at all times, honestly, too. Like, that's is what it is. Cause I remember at the mall, that happened to me one time. I was reading the word and things of that nature, and and somebody's kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Somebody's asking me questions, but then I kind of, like, was actually, like, it kind of went back and forth, but it caught me off guard. But that instant, I think we even talked about. We even did a video about that a little after it, or I must have did a quick thoughts video about it. We must have talked about it, but I even said we even brought out the scripture, like, you had to be ready in season, out season. That's why even Yahushua, an example of that was when Yahushua said, tell pretty much when the Pharisees pretty much told him be afraid of Herod, and, like, he and Yahushua called Herod that fox. He said, "Man, tell that fox, listen, pretty much we gonna be out here." Because what was the example of that? In season, out season, pretty much we gonna preach the word. We gonna be out here. It don't matter, honestly. Like, only the only thing that can stop us is the Most High telling us to go somewhere else. But no, we gonna be out here doing it, and that's what the example of that is. What Yahushua doing that, man, and Luke, and And that's also too that those foxes, that means Yahushua. I mean, we kind of talk about that too. That means the foxes, like he called, reason why Yahushua called them fox, because that lamentation says foxes can pass Jerusalem. And not only, like, Herod, like, being an Edomite, because Esau kind of moves that way, cunning and deceitfully. But fox, he's even amongst your own people, like the guy on the seat of your own brother and sister, man, of your own people as well. Even the rulers of Pharisees. So that's another reason for another day. But yeah, man, let's grab this too, man, because, like, that's what it says in the Proverbs. That's how the ant moves, man. The in season, out season, they're ready, man. Like, that's why they can us the beast. Like, honestly, gotta be ready, man. Always, like, because that Psalm 62:8. When you trust in the Lord at all times, you're always gonna you're always gonna be ready at all times. It says, preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort. All long suffering doctrines. Yeah, exactly, man. So and also too, man, that goes into this time of season for everything. So, like, so when you have seasons, not always talking about the natural season, doing it, like, when it's going out there for the word or something per se, like when it's like a 97 or 95 degree day, or in the winter where it's really, like, 12 degrees out there or something like that. No, it's talking about that to aspect on natural tip, but it's also talking about be ready, like how Shah was. He said, listen, because, like, when they told him that, he said, listen, well, you tell Herod, listen, we gonna be out here, because in season, out season, we gonna have this word, man. So let's go to I'm gonna try to find that. I said, think that Luke 13. Yep, yeah, Luke 13, real quick. Luke 13. This is an example of in season, out season. Perfect example. Always going to go to. I had to find another example, but it says Luke chapter 13 verse 30. It says, and 31. It says, in the same day thence there came certain the Pharisees saying unto him, get thee out, depart hence, for Herod will kill thee. Notice how they're trying to cast fear into him. Verse 32. It says, and And behold, and he said unto him, Go ye and tell that fox, Behold, I cast out devils. I do the cure today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected. So pretty much he's saying to him, in season, out season, I'm pretty much gonna be here. And also, two example of this is in Tobit, when the same thing, like when happened to Tobit, when amongst our people, our ancestors, they told Tobit, like oh no, you shouldn't be burying your brothers out here, man. But but Tobit was still doing it, man. Just like Yahushua. But see, you see that in the aspect of the law and the testimony now, because that was just a foreshadow of Yahushua doing that. But now Yahushua wasn't burying him; he was resurrecting the spirits of the dead, man. Spiritually, honestly, like to come to life. Like when he was preaching the word, when he was actually doing miracles as well, man. So it's the same type of deal, man. So yeah, man, that's just what it is. But this is an example, in season, out season. He didn't care. But let's grab this too. Luke chapter 13, verse 32. And he said unto them, he said, Go ye and tell that fox, Behold, I cast out devils. I do cures today and tomorrow. And the third day I shall be perfected. Talking about his resurrection, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So this is guy. Oh, that's next verse is powerful too. But let's go back to 2 Timothy real quick. Second Timothy chapter 4 verse 2. Preach the word, be instant, in season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, extort, long suffering, and doctrine. So, yeah, man, I just want to come back with that. Hopefully it's edifying, man. Much love to y'all brothers and sisters, man. Honestly, so yeah, in season, out season, always gotta be ready, man. Because even that's why the word says, listen, to be willing to hear every godly discourse, man. Like honestly, in season, out season, man. It don't matter, man. Honestly, so yeah, hopefully it's edifying, man. Much love to y'all brothers and sisters. Yeah, it gotta be like the ant, man, because the ant they prepare their food in the summer for the winter, and the winter they prepping. They're always ready, man. So yeah, it gotta be like that, man. So so much love to y'all brothers and sisters. It's crazy because we just talked about Fantastic Four, and I was watching Ant-Man the other day, and I was reading Proverbs 6, and I was just it all ties in together, man. That's all the most on y'all shot, man. So anyway, peace.